What's good? I go by Digital Crates. I'm representing for HipHopSince1987.com. Man, we got a lot of viewers on our site that are fans of your music. You've been going so hard for like seems like about 2 years, a little over 2 years, just going super hard in the paint. A lot of people when we post your music really react to it. You definitely got something special going on. But for the people that aren't tapped in yet with your music, maybe you could kind of tell them your name, where they could follow you off top, and where you're from.
My name is Melvoni. That's Melvoni. You can search that across all social media platforms to find me, except for Twitter. Twitter is Babyface, BABYFACE, APM. Yeah, that's me.
So, so we were just talking about New York, where you at right now, and maybe you could just talk about where you're from, man. Shout out your hood really quick, and talk about how you got started doing music.
I'm from Flatbush, New York, or Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. I'm from the building, man. Church in the building, Nelson and Snyder. Shout out Nelson and Snyder. I started making music since I was little. I always like been writing and stuff. So my grandmother like used to find like my little notepads, but rap stuff. I used to get in trouble and shit. I used to go to school, do rap battles at the lunch table and stuff like that for me. And I wrote songs too. Even when my friends used to sing it. And that's when I was like a little kid. First song I ever wrote to like actually take serious and go to the studio with, which is released right now, it's called No More You. It's only on SoundCloud though. A girl had broke my heart, so I had to make her feel my pain.
Yeah, that's real.
I said her name and everything, and then she got upset. I ain't really care though.
Yeah, your music definitely like has that mix. Like it's melodic, and you have good songs, but you could tell that you got some sharp bars and some lyrical ability. It seems like these days people do like one or the other. It's like they melodic or they got bars, but you really kind of got a good mix of the two going on. Is that something that took you a while to kind of marry that together, or was it off top something that like just just you just started doing was putting the melodies to the lyrics?
Like I said, I started off rapping, like writing. I was rapping for me. I didn't know I could sing until like sixth grade, and like even now, like I just say I melodize, but like people don't know, like I can really like sing, like sing. For me,
Yeah,
so
because I know you got one older video. I haven't seen you with the acoustic guitar in one of the older videos. Like, so it's like you definitely like are more musical than some of the rappers that's coming out. Maybe you could like for anyone that hasn't heard your music, how would you describe it to somebody that's new to hearing you? Like, how would you describe your music and your art?
it would have to depend on the song because me, I consider myself one of the more versatile artists
Mm,
of today. Because I try to do everything, and then the reaction I get from my fans, at least I know it's good. I mean,
yeah.
so I have songs for all types of. I try to make a song for however I'm feeling in the moment, which is
Mm,
like my emotions change by the minute. So sometimes I would call it like soul cry because you have songs like Memories where I would just go in the booth, close my eyes, and just like sing however I feel. And then sometimes I got the jump up party around dancing songs like Big Rocks, where for me, I'm having fun in the booth, Stackhouse and stuff. Then you got songs like Ozone, or it's an unreleased song I got called Feel Alive, where I would consider it more drill, because I was
mm.
told. Pop records as well. That
I was gonna say you really do have something for everyone. It's really like a good versatile mix.
yeah, I try my best to do that. I try to appeal to everyone.
And not only that, it seems like you really musically represent where you're from. Like Brooklyn itself is one of the most diverse places on the planet. Crown Heights, Flatbush, Bed-Stuy. I mean, some of these neighborhoods have such a mix of different sounds and styles. Maybe out of everything you do, like maybe you could just say what's your favorite, like what's what your favorite style, or if somebody was to check you out, like what's the first song you would want them to listen to?
It depends on the person,
Yeah.
because like I know how to read a person, so more than likely I'm gonna know what they're looking for, and I'm gonna play them that specific song. But one of my, I would say, I play the Memories, because Memories seem to like shock people a lot because like the way I sing it and then what I'm singing about is like two different things.
Yeah.
But somehow like it goes like this, and then it comes back and me is on to the edge for me. A lot of people tend to be like, whoa, that's different. Like shit. So
yeah. And then it also seems like a lot of Brooklyn artists, New York artists are kind of they chase the wave of like whatever sound is hot right now. But at our website and the viewers that have checked out your music, we definitely like respect that you've tried different things. For somebody that's young in the game, you kind of move with experience, and that's definitely like respect to you from our side. There's so many artists coming out of Brooklyn right now, especially in New York in general. What would you say like separates you from everybody else?
I feel like one, like they're not as versatile, and they're not, and we don't really have a bunch of leaders. We have like followers, like you said. They find out what's hot, and they just try to exploit that to the max. But to the point where they start making music that they don't even like listening to. A lot of these artists don't even listen to their own music. Like I say it all the time, like I make music for myself. I don't make music for others. So a lot of the times when I'm doing music, it's how I'm feeling or what I'm going through or what's happening in my life right now. And then it just that others can relate to it. That's where loyal fan base comes in because they see, oh, I'm just doing my own thing. And they're like, shit, well, I feel the same way. So look, I'm with you too.
Yeah, and you got a lot of music and videos online. Just on your YouTube page alone, it's a lot for somebody to take in. How often do you create music? Like, how often do you go to the studio? How often are you writing songs? Like, what's that process like? Hey, there you go.
Every second of the day.
Yeah, see, that's love. And do you like write the songs first, or do you like hear the beat and then kind of write to the vibe of the beat? Like, maybe you could talk about the process.
It depends. It really depends. Because I used to write a lot. And then but when I was recording under my managers because I was broke at the time. So when I started recording like in the big studios, I was recording under my managers, other artists' time. So then I have to rush, and then so I didn't have time to write. And because if I hear a beat, I just got going. Feel me? So that's why I got and do punches and shit like that. Feel me? So now I do more punching than I write, but I still write every now and then.
Yeah, you definitely the music you got like a soul of a writer. Like the songs are well written. Like there's no doubt about that. And your voice, one thing that drew me to your music was just the uniqueness of your voice. Like I don't think there's really anybody out there at all that sounds like you, or you don't really sound like anybody else. You're really doing your own thing. I'll tell you a funny story. Last year, I mean, people ask me this all the time, but last year, this artist I really like just straight up asked me, like, yo, Crates, like, how do I get on? Like, what do I do to get more people to follow me? And really the answer is you got to be consistent. And I actually brought you up. I was like, you got to check out this artist, Melvoni. He's doing this thing called, I think it was called the Melvoni Approved Fridays. And you were just flooding. It was like every week it was new music, new content, new videos. And I was like, this is the kind of artist you want to mold yourself after. Somebody who's young, but is moving correctly. You know what I mean? Moving properly. And that's kind of when I first started catching on to your music, was right around those Friday waves. So I really got two questions about that. Like, how did it start? And what was like the biggest hurdle to keep up with that much content?
Math was like a depth to my fans because I used to like have like 7-8 month periods where I wouldn't drop anything. I would drop a song and I would try to let it like grow as much as it possibly can. I try to let it grow as much as it possibly can, and then like all my fans would be unsatisfied. They'd be like, "Come on, bro, you didn't drop in 6 months." So I'm like, "Damn, I really do." And then I just realized like all my music started to stack up. I check my notes, 300 unreleased songs, and I don't know what the hell I would do. Yeah. So I'm like, I putting these up. So you have to collect the full streams and data and stuff. You have to release on Friday. Yep. If you don't know, you have to release on a Friday. So me and my team, shout out Rich, came up with Melvoni Approved Fridays. For me, so because that's my stuff approved math. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna try to drop every 2 weeks for this whole summer. And then we did that. We turned into every 2 to 3 weeks, but it worked. And I saw all my numbers. My fans were happy momentarily because as soon as the last one dropped, I went back to like 8 months of not dropping.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do math again this year.
So what kind of keeps you motivated to keep creating and keep going with the music?
Really the fear of not succeeding. Like that's probably my only and biggest fear.
Yeah.
I faked. I already like gave everything up for music.
Yeah.
Like, I put everything on my life like on a pause and to the side. What I want to do, this is what I'm gonna do. So if this doesn't work, which it definitely will work, I might as well just swim.
I don't think when young artists are getting started, they realize how much of a sacrifice it is to stay consistent in the game. And like when you're going really that hard with the music, it's like you really do have to treat it like a job. Like you got to push other fun things aside and really like treat it like a job, and then you get paid like a job. I always tell that to people that you'll get back what you put in. And already I see your fan base is growing, the streams are growing. It's like you're kind of already getting back some of the energy that you're putting in. One thing I do want to talk about is your visuals are really high quality. So maybe you can talk about the process of creating the videos. Do directors reach out to you? Are there certain directors that you already kind of came up with? Like how's that process go?
Yeah, I have one, Kaya Napri. Shout out Kaya. She did 3 videos for me. She's currently doing another one. Yeah, she's more of an in-home director, and she's nice. I haven't really exploited her talents so far. She just be ready for me. So whenever I need her, I just for me. But like we gonna really shoot some shit with it. But then directors were found by people by my team for me because if you notice, like in the beginning, like my first 2 videos, like To the Top and Memories, like I tried to like do like a little like more than just me and my friends just hanging out cool. I tried to do more, like I don't want to say storyline, but somewhere around that area. So but like I mean, it was my first 2 videos. It was very low budgeted, but it still came out neat.
Yeah, still good quality for sure.
And Jay came out neat, but it wasn't what I really wanted it to be. And then did No Man's Land as my 3rd video, which was me just hopping around with my friends, just for me, gang shit. For me, we thugging it up. And then that's the one that went.
Yeah.
So, maybe I need to do more of these. So I ended up doing a bunch of me and my man just singing around, jumping around. And then over time, I felt like it became a little repetitive. So I'm like, go back to what I was trying to do. And now I'm a little more lit and have a little more money. So now I can actually do that. So you see videos like Get Money or Call, where it's like, okay, like really did something here for me.
Yeah, No Man's Land. I want to talk about that for a second. Like, I produce a lot of artists, and I know that it takes time to like find your lane, to find your voice. But on that song, on No Man's Land, I think you really like, that's where, to me, like it sounds like you found your voice, really found your style and what you wanted to do musically. Maybe you could talk more about the writing of that song and the video and like how that song came together.
Play the block, repeat. And well, in a way, because that's like the most iconic line of the song. So in a way, it was written, but everything else was freestyle. It's crazy when I first recorded No Man's Land, because my voice, because I started making music right around the time I was 15. Like I had like 2 more months of 15. I was about to be 16. So I had a baby voice. I have a baby face. I'm about to be 18 right now. I had a baby voice, so my voice, it was changing constantly. It was like started over here, and it was just like knocking down, but it was still high. But it was coming down from where it originally started. So when I recorded No Man's Land, I thought like, damn, like my voice got deeper. Like, but it turned out that's just me knowing that I could have went higher. But to everyone else, they're like, damn, this voice is high as shit. That's just what I do for me. So in a way, I did find my voice a little bit. That was the first song I recorded in LA. And I was like, kind of hard. I was actually at a label that was trying to sign me, book their studio. So I was trying to show up, and I did show up.
Yeah. And I'm starting to see like some of your newer stuff, you're mixing the low and the high voice. And it's like you're really developing a style that's something special. You can really hear that on Get Money. And you can kind of see it in the video that you're like really on another level. Maybe you can talk about how that song came about, how you linked up with Tyler and DDG. Like how did that collab come together?
At first, it wasn't on it. Like we added them later. So I ended up moving to LA for like 2-3 months. So I'm in the studio recording every day. Just like I need something. I need something different. Something that's not like the rest of I need something different.
Yeah.
The night I recorded Get Money, I recorded 5 other songs. And they also fire as hell. And they all different for me. The Get Money beat, I felt like in a way it was like a retro hip hop beat, like in a new wave. Like like those just loud ass instruments just being held on, like feel me? So, and then the 808 just came boom, 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 Get Money. For me, sound like I need something. Like this is a beat that I chant on. Like I like to call it chants. Like not singing, not rapping, like stuff people could yell out like get money. You know what I mean? So even when I'm at shows, everybody's just like get money, fuck hoes, get money. Just like little phrases and chants. And then it came out fire. And I met DDG, in the studio. He was in the studio next to me. And we all signed to the same label, so it was already like a connection already there. So I met DDG like a day after that in the studio. And then for me, we talked about it. Then I sent them over. We sent them over the song, hopped on the fire. Tyler, I met Tyler a whole year before. Yeah, he was recording in the studio for me, but we were school people for me. And then I hit him up on Instagram like a year later, and then he already we remember each other. So it was just it was great energy for me. So Tyler, he's like a rock star. So
he's crazy. His music is really, both of them, DDG and Tyler, are coming with it. And the three all, like, your voices really work well together. Is there any plans in the works to do any more collabs with them at all?
I would definitely be open to. Most definitely. They fuck with me, feel me?
I could even picture the three y'all like on tour together. Like that would be lit. Like that'd be a whole situation right there.
That would be fire.
It would be crazy. I want to talk for a second about $1 Million Peasant. That's like, I feel like that's a really special record right there.
$1 Million Peasant. Yeah, like I said earlier when I was like, I just be recording based off of emotions. $1 Million Peasants was a song that when my a friend had recently died. So I'm like, damn, but I felt like a little guilty. I'm not gonna lie, cause like I barely I saw like I said, I put things. That's why I said I made sacrifices for music.
Yeah.
I really socializing with people and talking to people. I got things to focus on. I can't just be chilling and playing around anymore. For me, so in the song here, I said, if I tell you I got you, nigga. You don't gotta ask me no question. Because whenever we flapping, my nigga, we all come up out in the trenches. Like it's like a play on my situation, because I'm like, I got my own shit going on. I can't be forgetting about everyone else, because shit like this happened, people die, and I'm like, damn, like I didn't even get a chance to, for me, put niggas on as well. So I'm thinking, from that situation, I'm thinking about everyone around me, like, damn, shit, like I really gotta stay tapped in with my loved ones and friends. Yeah. So that's why I was like, we some $1 Million Peasants, because even though we're not there yet, we going somewhere, because I'm going somewhere. When I go somewhere, I'm taking everybody with me.
Yeah, and like the word peasant, like historically means a farmer, like literally someone who actually gets it out of the mud. And it's just like a crazy reference, like $1 Million Peasant, like $1 Million farmer, like you're really out here building your career and hustling. And it's like the proof is in the pudding. Like you can really see it from video to video to video. There's improvement. And like one thing that I do, like working on this website, like I look for that. I look for, is the artist getting better? Are they improving on their craft? And like your newest video for Call, like now you're really like at a super industry level. You know what I mean? Like you really have like built it up. Maybe you could talk about the making of that video and that song just really quick, because that's something that's catching steam right now. Like that song's going up.
I recorded once again based off of what's going around here. Nah, it was Call wasn't really like Call is about like a girl, she's going through something with her man, and somebody swoops in, and then like we basically become like a Superman for me. But what people don't know is like I was in Call, I was like narrating, and then I came in the picture later. But in real life, I was the shitty boyfriend guy. For me, and then for me, girl had left, whatever. Seen her with another dude, cool, don't give a fuck. For me, but I'm like, maybe I could have treated that a little better. For me, so I was in the studio thinking, I didn't want to be the bad guy on the song, for me. Because, you know, rappers always talk about fuck this, just that, and the third, I'm like, I want to flip it.
Yeah.
So Cole, I was playing the superhero guy for me. In the video, I wanted to attack the visuals by like more cinematic. That was a full-on storyline. Those are the videos I was attempting to get. Those are the videos I was attempting to get from the beginning. So whereas you see the guy came in late, found a condom, figured out he's cheating, whatever. She forgot him to go to lunch later. They have an argument. He won't let her take the phone. He walks out and he leaves because he's like, oh, I'm too good for this. Yeah. And see, if you're not gonna fill in those shoes, somebody else will. And that's just how it is. So Call is just like a real song.
But yeah, that song really catching right now. So you got a project out called Return to Sender. Maybe you could talk about the inspiration behind the project, even the title. Like, where did the title come from?
Return to Sender. I came up with that name, and that is, for me, it's one of those. If you know, you know. For me, everything approved, man. We 8 p.m. man. Everything is approved. So if you know, you know. I can't really go into detail on that title. For me, it's everything comes in a full circle. It makes sense. You know, saying things about it, you know.
Yeah, maybe you can though. Talk about what was your favorite experience in putting the project together.
Definitely shooting Get Money, and I shot Get Money and Call a day before each other. Like for me, it was dead in the night. So I shot Call, and then I felt like Call. I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be different. This is a real cinematic video. And then next day I shot Get Money, and now I got trailers and shit. And then we renting out the streets and stuff. We closing down the streets. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know you could do this. You know? So that shit was lit. And then we had to dump it. It was just mad fun. And then we went to somebody's hug. We got locked down the whole street. Ran from the corner store. We got the whole neighborhood coming out to watch me. And then that was another way of gaining some supporters, because they're like, who the fuck is this? I mean, and I'm like, yeah, who the fuck is Melvoni? Yeah, I'm Melvoni. Yeah, like the song here to me.
Yeah.
It was just a fun experience. And it was a 12-hour shoot. So it was like the longest I ever did. Probably ever will do, because I was exhausted. I drove home half asleep.
So what's next? Like, what's coming in the next couple months? What do you got going on this summer? Like, what can the fans and the people at our website that follow you, what can they look forward to coming up?
Can look forward to that, and possibly more features. If things play out as they're supposed to. Yeah. More features and more music.
What about like in the future? Like, where do you see yourself with this music stuff, like maybe 2 to 3 years from now?
I can't really answer that, because obviously bigger than now, way bigger than now for me. But for me, it never stops. So I'm never gonna be satisfied where I'm at. So I'm not gonna say 3 years from now I'm gonna be the biggest artist in the world, because even if I do end up being the biggest artist in the world, I'm not gonna feel like I'm the biggest artist in the world, because there's always room to grow for me. So I'm gonna just keep going. So 2 years from now, I'm still gonna be grinding. Yeah.
What about like outside of music? Do you have any other goals to get into maybe acting, stuff like that?
Yeah, I was just about to say, we're doing casting for a movie. I'm about to audition for it, because I'm a movie fanatic. People don't know that. I love movies. So I try. I want to become an actor.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because your videos do have that cinematic quality. I could see you taking it to another level, you know what I mean, with the music and the acting. So that's pretty much just about it. I asked this question though for younger artists. For anybody that's like about your age or younger that's trying to get into the game, like what advice could you give?
Do as you feel, but always be open for suggestions. Make sure you put the right people around you that won't try to steer you into the wrong path. But remember, at the end of the day, it's your path. So if you don't agree with them, fuck them. Do what you gotta do for me.
That's real. You got any shout outs or any like last words before we wrap up?
Yeah, shout out my label, Epic. Shout out my team. Shout out my blog, Children from the Building. Shout out APM. That's all love. So shout out my brothers, man, Max and Matthew. And the brothers. Shout out my family. Shout out you for allowing me to come here. HipHop, like I said, shout out everybody.
Yeah, from everybody on our side, man, we're really looking forward to big things from you. I don't want to put no pressure on, but I could definitely see some big things in the works the next couple of years. We really respect your grind and definitely respect taking the time today to kind of give insight to the fans about your life and your art and your music. Salute to you, big respect, and looking forward to a lot more music coming soon, man. I want to thank you so much for doing this today, man. I really appreciate you.
Thank you, man. Everything improved, man. All right. That's all love. Appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Yo, stay blessed out here. Keep grinding, G.
You as well.
Peace.